Hi, Pre-K. I have a fiction book to read to you today about space. A fiction book is a made-up story. And this book is called The Way Back Home. And look at the picture. Can you see? There's a little boy and there's an alien or a Martian right there. Alien and Martian means the same thing. And look, on the top of the moon, I see a spaceship and I see an airplane. I don't think an airplane can really go to the moon. I think you need a rocket ship or a spaceship. So the title of this book is The Way Back Home, and it is written and illustrated by Oliver Jeffers. So Oliver Jeffers did the pictures and the words in this book. So he's the author and the illustrator. Right? Let's see what happens in The Way Back Home. This is a brand new book, so you guys are the first ones that I'm reading it to. Way Back Home. Once, there was a boy. Oh, look, right now he has a boat. That is not going to get him to space. And one day, he was putting his things back in the closet. He found an airplane. You guys have any airplanes in your closet? I don't. He didn't remember leaving it there, but he thought he'd take it out for a go right away. Look, he's getting all of his stuff on. He needs his hat, helmet, and he needs a coat, and he needs a scarf, and he needs goggles. Let's see. The plane lifted off the ground and into the sky. Higher and higher and higher. Look, he started off underneath the clouds. Then it looks like he's kind of in the clouds, and now he's way in space. And this book is a fiction book, is a pretend made-up story, because you could not take an airplane into space. It wouldn't work. Suddenly, the plane sputtered. Flip, flip, flip. It had run out of fuel. That means it ran out of gas. Oh no. Now the boy was stuck on the moon. What was he to do? Oh my goodness. I think if I was stuck on the moon, I'd be a little scared. What about you? He was all alone and afraid, and soon his flashlight began to run out. Look at all of the stars that are up there. It's nighttime. I would be afraid too. What about you? Meanwhile, up in space, someone else was in trouble too. His engine had broken down, and steering the ship toward a flicker of light, he landed on the moon with a bump. What do you think the flicker of light is that he's steering his ship to? I think it might be this boy's flashlight that he saw. Let's see. The boy heard noises. The Martian heard noises. Both feared the worst. Look, the Martian thinks it's going to be a monster, and the boy thinks it's a monster too. But as their eyes got used to the dark, both the boy and the Martian realized they'd met someone else in trouble. They weren't alone anymore. I think they made friends. The boy showed the Martian his empty fuel tank, and the Martian showed the boy his broken engine. What do you think they're doing here? Oh. Together, they thought of ways to fix their machines and get both of them back home. I think they're making a plan. As the Earth was nearest, the boy went first. Down he jumped, right into the sea. So look, he made a parachute and swam towards home. I wonder what he used to make that parachute with. Wonder if he used pieces of his plane or pieces of the Martian's spaceship. But by the time he got there, the boy was tired out, so he sat in his favorite chair to catch his breath. His favorite program was just starting and he settled down to watch. So that's his favorite show. Oh, look. How do you think the little Martian is feeling? He's all alone up there in space and it's all dark. Suddenly, he remembered what he should be doing. He rushed off to the closet to get what he needed. Then he ran outside and shouted. But there was no reply. He couldn't be heard. What do you think he needed? Looks like he has a gas can and some tools. The boy climbed to higher ground and called again and waited. Look at, he's going up a mountain. This time, a rope was lowered. The boy began to climb and the Martian began to pull, and soon the boy was back on the moon. Do you think that could happen? Do you think someone on the moon could lower down a rope and you could climb up to the moon? No, this is silly. The boy fixed up the Martian ship with a couple of rubber bands and a wrench, while the Martian filled the boy's fuel tank. They said goodbye and thanked each other for their help. They wondered if they'd ever meet again. So teamwork. After a long and tiring night, they were both finally off the moon. The boy went one way and the Martian went another, both on their way back home. Look at, and then it looks like a package is coming, and it's a walkie-talkie, and it's saying, "Hello, hello. Who do you think sent that boy a walkie-talkie?" I think it might have been the Martian because he wanted to keep in touch with the walkie-talkies. What would you do if you met a Martian or an alien? I don't know. I think I'd be okay as long as he was nice. All right, thanks for listening to my story, The Way Back Home by Oliver Jeffers. I'll see you on Monday.